Before you eat another tomato, you need to watch this. Millions of people add one particular thing to their tomatoes every single day. And in doing so, they destroy the very nutrients that make tomatoes one of the most powerful foods on the planet. Today I am going to reveal the 3 worst food combinations with tomatoes, the science behind exactly why they are so destructive, and then the combinations that actually multiply your nutrient absorption by up to 5 times. Stay until the end, because the best pairing is something most people have never heard of. Tomatoes are genuinely extraordinary. Inside a single tomato you have lycopene, the antioxidant that research has linked up to a 35% reduction in prostate cancer risk. You have vitamin C, one of the most important immune and collagen-building nutrients the human body needs. You have B vitamins critical for energy metabolism and nervous system function. You have potassium for blood pressure regulation and beta-carotene for eye and cellular health. Large-scale tracking studies have found that people with high blood levels of lycopene show significantly lower rates of lung, breast, and stomach cancer. Cardiovascular disease risk drops measurably with consistent tomato consumption. This is a genuinely impressive nutritional profile, and it can be almost entirely wiped out by one careless food pairing. The first and worst combination is tomatoes with sugar. This is the pairing that shocks people the most, because sprinkling sugar on tomatoes has been a common practice for generations. The mechanism of destruction is precise and well documented. Tomatoes contain vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, an essential nutrient for energy production and neurological function. When you consume sugar alongside tomatoes, your body must use vitamin B1 to metabolize that sugar. Thiamine is a required cofactor in glucose metabolism, meaning it is physically consumed in the process of breaking down sugar molecules for energy. The result is that all the vitamin B1 your tomato provides gets completely diverted to processing the sugar you added. The tomato's B vitamin contribution to your body becomes functionally zero. This mechanism has been formally confirmed by nutritional authorities, with published guidance explicitly stating that sugar competes with tomatoes' B vitamins, causing the tomato's B vitamin effect to be lost entirely. But the damage does not stop at nutrient competition. Sugar triggers a rapid spike in blood glucose, which drives an insulin surge, which actively promotes systemic inflammation. Tomatoes are consumed largely for their anti-inflammatory properties, and when you add sugar, you are simultaneously using the same food to fight inflammation and cause it. This is not just a nutrient loss. It is a direct contradiction, a food pairing that cancels its own benefits. If you want sweetness with your tomatoes, use a small amount of raw honey lower on the glycemic index. Minimal quantity needed, and containing its own antioxidant compounds that do not interfere with tomatoes' nutritional profile. The second destructive combination is tomatoes with cucumber. This is the one that surprises people most, because tomato and cucumber salad is marketed as the definition of healthy eating. The problem lies inside the cucumber, an enzyme called ascorbinase. As the name directly suggests, ascorbinase breaks down ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. Tomatoes contain between 14 and 23 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams. The moment you slice cucumber into the same bowl as tomato and let them sit together, ascorbinase released from the cucumber begins enzymatically degrading the vitamin C in the tomatoes. A laboratory study that specifically examined vitamin C stability in model salads made with tomatoes and fresh cucumber confirmed that ascorbinase from the cucumber actively destroys the vitamin C from the tomatoes. Research has documented ascorbinase-driven vitamin C losses of up to 10% or more in mixed preparations. The situation becomes even worse in a mixed salad. If your salad contains tomatoes, cucumber, bell pepper, and leafy greens, the ascorbinase from the cucumber is quietly dismantling the vitamin C from every other vegetable in the bowl simultaneously. There are 2 simple solutions. First, acidify your salad immediately. Ascorbinase activity is strongly suppressed in an acidic environment, so squeezing fresh lemon juice over a cucumber-tomato salad significantly reduces vitamin C destruction. Second, if you are cooking, heat the cucumber. because ascorbinase is heat sensitive and is destroyed by cooking, eliminating the problem entirely. If you cannot bear to leave cucumber out of your salad, add generous lemon juice or a vinegar-based dressing immediately before serving. The third problematic combination is tomatoes with sweet potato. This pairing is less widely known, but meaningfully relevant for people with sensitive digestive systems. Sweet potatoes are high in dietary fiber and starch, both of which promote fermentation in the digestive tract. When combined with the acidity of tomatoes, this can create a sudden shift in intestinal environment that accelerates gas production and fermentation, leading to significant bloating, cramping, and digestive discomfort. People who suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, or have generally sensitive digestion, should be particularly cautious with this combination, especially in larger quantities. Now for the information that will genuinely transform how you eat tomatoes. These are the combinations that science has proven will multiply your lycopene and nutrient absorption dramatically. The best combination by far is tomatoes with olive oil. Lycopene is a fat-soluble compound, meaning it can only be absorbed efficiently when consumed alongside dietary fat. Raw tomatoes eaten without fat deliver very low lycopene bioavailability. Research published in a nutrition science journal found that consuming tomatoes with olive oil increased lycopene absorption by 82%. When you take this a step further and gently heat tomatoes in olive oil, the effect multiplies again. Heating softens the tomato's cell walls, allowing lycopene to escape from the cellular matrix into the oil, where it becomes dramatically more bioavailable. Multiple peer-reviewed studies have documented a 4 to 5 times increase in lycopene absorption from tomatoes cooked in olive oil, compared to raw tomatoes eaten alone. This is not a modern nutritional discovery. Italian cuisine has been preparing tomatoes in olive oil for centuries. What looked like a simple culinary tradition was actually nutritionally optimized food science, centuries before the science was formally understood. The second outstanding combination is tomatoes with avocado. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats that, like olive oil, dramatically enhance the absorption of tomatoes' fat-soluble compounds including lycopene and beta-carotene. Research confirmed that combining tomatoes and avocado produced significantly higher blood levels of lycopene and beta-carotene compared to eating either food alone. Additionally, avocado contains glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that works synergistically with tomatoes' vitamin C to form a layered defense against cellular oxidative damage. A tomato and avocado salad dressed with olive oil and fresh lemon juice is not simply a healthy meal. It is a nutritionally engineered combination that delivers the maximum possible benefit from every component. The third excellent combination is tomatoes with eggs. Egg yolk fat enhances lycopene absorption in the same way olive oil does. The protein in eggs also pairs powerfully with tomatoes' vitamin C to support collagen synthesis. Vitamin C is essential for the hydroxylation of proline, the structural building block of collagen, making the tomato-egg combination particularly beneficial for skin health, joint maintenance, and vascular integrity. Stir-fried tomatoes and eggs, beloved across Asian cuisines for generations, turns out to be scientifically well-founded. A few additional points worth remembering. Store tomatoes at room temperature rather than in the refrigerator. Refrigeration accelerates the degradation of both lycopene and vitamin C. Consume them within 3 to 5 days of purchase. Choose deeply red, fully ripe tomatoes over pale or underripe ones, as lycopene content increases substantially as tomatoes ripen. For people with acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux disease, avoid eating tomatoes on an empty stomach and consume them with a meal instead. Those with kidney disease should monitor tomato intake due to its potassium content and consult their physician about appropriate quantities. Anyone on immunosuppressive medication or blood thinners should discuss significant dietary changes with their doctor before making them. Today's lesson in one sentence: never add sugar to tomatoes. Protect your vitamin C by acidifying any cucumber combination. And always pair tomatoes with a healthy fat to unlock their full cancer-fighting, anti-inflammatory power. These are not complicated changes. They are the difference between eating a tomato and actually absorbing one. If this video helped you, please subscribe, like, and share it with someone whose health matters to you. More food science that changes how you eat is coming in the next video. See you then.